My name is Krista Shelton, and I'm the president of Focus Forensic Solutions, which is a forensic accounting and fraud investigation firm where we specialize in organizing and analyzing financial information. Imagine being involved in a complicated divorce. You've got piles of financial documents, and your gut is telling you something's not quite right, but you can't put your finger on it. That is where the red flag analysis comes in. So at Focus Forensic Solutions, we have designed a unique process where we scrutinize standard first-round discovery documents that are provided in divorce cases, and we look for signs of suspicious activity. We look for things like hidden assets and hidden bank accounts, unreported income. Think of us as like the CSI of accountants. But we don't even just stop there. If we identify red flags in our investigation, then we immediately start developing a tailored plan of action that supports our clients' needs. Because it's important to not only be informed, but also to be able to respond effectively. So whether you're a family law attorney seeking a reliable partner in a complex divorce, or if you're an individual going through a divorce with suspicions about your spouse's financial activities, at Focus Forensic Solutions, we're here to eliminate the uncertainty because everybody deserves a fair deal. Our process begins with the standard first-round discovery documents that are normally exchanged in a divorce case, and we pay special attention to things like bank statements and tax returns. So our analysis starts off with a tax return comparison where we scrutinize every single line item, every single figure that's on that tax return in order to look for anomalies. Our team of experts then meticulously analyzes every bank account. We leave no transaction unturned. And then we do a lot of comparisons between, again, the bank statements and the tax returns to make sure that the information that we're relying on is correct. And even then, we don't stop there because we also order comprehensive reports that detail properties and vehicles that are owned by the parties involved. So in order to, cast this wide net, we're able to, put together the puzzle pieces for the entire financial picture in order to give you the most information that you need. So imagine going through a divorce and you notice that there's 1 month of random bank statement that's missing. Like in today's digital age, that's so highly unusual. That would be a red flag that we would identify. Or in another scenario, maybe we find a transfer to a new bank that you had no idea you existed. And suddenly there's $50,000 stashed away in an account that you had no idea. Like that can make a significant impact on your divorce settlement. Let's go through another example where, your spouse's tax returns show a certain level of income, but after our analysis of the bank statements, there's a whole lot of additional bank deposits that are in there. That's a red flag that there's unreported income. Another one that we find over and over and over again is when a spouse owns a small business and they start shifting a bunch of their personal expenses into that business account. Again, that's an income manipulation that we would be able to identify in a red flag analysis. So a very specific recent example that we just had was, a spouse that owned a small business. And after our analysis, we determined that there was a bunch of personal expenses being paid on credit cards that were then being paid by the business. We were able to increase his income based on these personal expenses for the child support and spousal maintenance calculations from $100,000 to $165,000. So imagine over the years how much additional child support and spousal maintenance you would get by having that be determined accurately. We had a case recently where we actually did find a hidden bank account. And we found it by analyzing where all of the money that was supposed to go. So this particular case, this guy was receiving a paycheck from his business, but we didn't have a bank account that showed where that paycheck was going into. And so we were able to, again, evaluate all the details and that information and actually found an account number that was listed on a paycheck stub. And we were able to identify that and ultimately request those records. We had another case recently where, there was an entire business that was not disclosed in the divorce proceeding. And so our analysis, again, we were able to identify the business, request the additional records. And what it turned out was that this guy's actual business was paying management fees. They were basically just deflecting a bunch of their income from the original business and putting it into a different company where then they were just spending it all personally. I mean, if somebody's got a small business then they have the most ability to manipulate those figures. Should we come across any red flags in our analysis, then we immediately start developing a tailored plan of action that supports our clients' needs. And whether that be just, determining additional documents that should be requested, crafting some pointed interrogatories, or even identifying potential witnesses that could help shed light on the financial situation. At Focus Forensic Solutions, we believe in the power of information. And so we are committed to equipping you with the knowledge that you need to navigate through your divorce proceeding. Our process is thorough, it's precise, and it's backed by years of experience in forensic accounting and fraud investigation. As the founder of Focus Forensic Solutions, I am proud to bring my extensive IRS background and experience to bear in leading this team of seasoned professionals in the forensic accounting and fraud investigations. My tenure at the IRS spanned nearly 14 years, where I served as a revenue agent, but also as a special agent in the criminal investigation division. This experience honed my skills in being able to detect financial discrepancies, including things like hidden assets, and piecing together complex financial puzzles. Maggie, who is also a key member of our team, brings her invaluable experience from the banking sector. And so, her insights into bank operations and transactional patterns add a unique perspective to our investigations. But on top of that, our team boasts 125 years of combined experience working financial investigations for the federal government. So we leverage this training and expertise that we have in order to help our clients understand their financial situations better and be able to make well-informed decisions. Our process, which has been developed and refined over years of training, allows us to identify these financial discrepancies accurately and efficiently. And our proven methodology makes us a reliable partner in your quest for financial clarity. This is probably the part of the red flag analysis that I'm the most proud of, because over and over again, I kept seeing, people were in the need for a forensic accountant, but then they're signing an engagement letter and then they have zero control over the amount of hours that are being spent by this expert. And so I developed this process in order to stop that. And so unlike those traditional methods that operate on an hourly basis, the red flag analysis is priced at a flat rate fee. And that flat rate is based solely on the volume of documentation that you give us to evaluate. The easiest way to contact us is through our website, which is focusforensic.com. You can also reach us by email at info@focusedforensic.com. And we would be happy to talk to you about your financial situation to see if it's something that we can help you with.